gonna do was make a video in response to that called Man Talk about relationship advice specifically for men and things that, you know, girls have always asked me. I know that everybody's different. People have different types of relationships, different kind of dynamics. You might be in a totally different age group than me. I tried to put together all the advice that I thought would be just generally helpful for anybody. Let's just go ahead and get started. Number one piece of advice for any man: know yourself, know what you want to do with your life, and do it all out. I'm telling you, this is so important, and this is probably gonna pertain more to the younger crowd, because when you're young, you're just getting out of high school, you should be learning about yourself, what you want out of your life, and you should be doing it, or at least pursuing it so that you can one day do it. Nothing sexier to a woman than a man that knows exactly what he wants to do, and he's doing it all out. Number two piece of advice is be yourself. If you do eventually get into a relationship with somebody later on down the road and you're not yourself, it will be detrimental to you, trust me, because you're gonna show her this kind of guy that you are at the very beginning, and then later on you end up not being that, and there's gonna be a lot of tension. She's gonna be like, what, you weren't like this in the beginning, blah blah blah. In my relationship with Judy, which I'll tell you, you guys see all the good stuff and none of the bad stuff, so don't think like I'm the perfect guy by any means. But what I can say is, at the beginning of our relationship, I laid it on really thick in terms of who I was, and I was totally myself. I didn't put any kind of face on that's different from what I was feeling inside, and I was always myself. So that's very important. So number three is give her your attention. You wouldn't believe the things that this would do for you. When she's talking to you, you look at her, you turn off your cell phone, you turn off the computer, you turn off the TV. If you're reading something, you put it down. As long as it's in a, you know what? X that. Any time of the day, if you give her your full attention, I mean, you like, oh, hey bro, I'm trying to talk to my woman here, just hold on one second. What's up, honey? How you doing? She will just love that. And the funny thing is, the more you do that consistently, the more she's gonna give you space. So if you're saying like, well, my girl wants to talk to me all day, she's like blowing up my phone, she just texting me, she's like always wants to be around. Well, you know what? Maybe the reason she wants to be around is because you don't give her attention in the first place. Bam! It's okay, and that's part of being yourself anyways. You want to be honest about what you're feeling, what you're thinking, what you want, everything. Because if you're not honest with her, it's gonna come out in some other way, and when you hold it in, all that negative energy, it is not good, and you want to make sure you just let it out verbally. Communicate. You know, the girls are always like, oh my god, he doesn't know how to talk to me, he never communicates to me. That's what I'm saying. Just be honest with her. Be like, you know, baby, you know, this is what I want. If what you tell her makes her unhappy or maybe even breaks you guys apart, it might be a good thing. And don't think just breaking apart is a bad thing. Trust me, there's plenty of fish in the sea, and there's not just one person that you're gonna fall in love with, blah blah blah. But when you're married, that's life. Just remember that. Number six, throw your ego out the door. Don't let pride get in the way. This is probably the number one detrimental thing to relationships, is men, specific for men, they just let get their ego in the way. They can't take criticism, anything negative that goes against them as a man, and me being like macho or whatever. Those are things you just need to just set aside and realize part of growing is getting criticism, letting your woman be honest, telling you there's something bad about you, whatever it might be. Now, I'm not saying that all that means you need to change yourself by any means, but at least be patient, listen to what she's saying, and let her talk. Number seven, take care of business. I talk about all the time in Judy's vlogs, taking care of business. As a man, if you're the one that's making the money, go to work, work hard, make that moolah, bring home the bacon, take care of your family, take care of your woman, take care of business. Now, this doesn't just go for just making money and, you know, taking care of your family or your woman. It's also about little things around the house. There is nothing more sexy than a man that can change his own oil in his car or can fix something. Judy loves it. Like, I just hung up a mirror the other day and she thought that was sexy. Or maybe you're somebody that's supporting your wife. Like, there's a lot of times where I have to support my wife. You can still take care of business. Whatever your life may be, whatever your role is in your relationship, just make sure you take care of business. I'm telling you, your woman will love you for it. Or your man, or whatever it might be that, whatever, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Number 8, be a man. If you know yourself, and you're being yourself, and you know your principles, and you know what you want to do with your life, and you just know, and you're being a good man, you're working hard, and you're doing everything you can to be a good man for your woman,